Welcome to Sumaya English Primary School, Class 6th, and the subject is English, and the chapter is 4.2, and the name of the chapter is the story of the Gautama's quest. Now here we will study about the story of the Gautama's quest. Quest means he has some questions in the story, just we will talk about that things only. It is a small story of the Gautama. Gautama the Buddha was born over the 2500 years ago as a prince Siddharth. That means he has born over the 2500 years ago as a prince Siddharth. He was the son of the king whose name was the Raja Shuddhodana. And he was born on a scared day. On which date he has born? That means it was a Vaishak Purnima at Lumbini, which was situated near the city of the Kapila Vastu. Then afterwards what happens? After the birth of Gautama Buddha, just after the 7 days of his birth, his mother Maya Devi has been passed away. So it was proposed at his birth that the infant would grow to be either a great Chakravarti, an emperor, or a sannyasi, a renunciate, who would bring comfort to thousands of lost. So here it has been told that after the death of the Maya Devi, they have told that prophesy the meaning of the prophesy is the what will happen in the future. That means what will happen in the Gautama's life, they have told. That means he will be an emperor, either he will be an sannyasi. That means sannyasi, the things which he has to devote everything to the one things only. He leaves everything, his own life. The king was determined to prevent his beloved son from renouncing the world. The king, who was the king here? We can see the king Raja Shuddhodana. He was determined that his beloved son from renouncing the world, means he has to understand the world, what is going on in the world. He surrounded the prince with every imaginable luxury and comfort, means whatever the prince should want, he has fulfilled his everything. That means he was having a very good luxury and comfort life he was living with the king. But it is said that the king had 3 magnificent palaces, means very beautiful palaces he was having, the king. That was a 3, one for each season of the year, means one season, one in 1 year, in each season they used to be there. And in the beautiful atmosphere of this royal mansion, Prince Siddharth lived his secluded, protected life. Secluded means far away from the people. That means he was getting everything, all the luxury, all the comfort he was living with the king, and the life was also totally protected life. But he was totally away from the common people which was in the world. So in good time what happens, the prince was married to one of the most beautiful girls also. His name was, she was a princess Yashodhara. She was the daughter of the Kolyan king. Then afterwards soon a son was also born, that is the prince and the princess, that is the Gautama and the Yashodhara son was there. That was the name was the Rahul was born to them. So at the age of the 29, now the age was of the 29, Siddharth went out to see his kingdom. Now he started and he interested to see the kingdom outside the world he want to see. Here just he was just living the inside the palaces mansion. He was getting every luxury lives and the comfort. Now he wants to meet outside world. That means outside the kingdom what is happening. Many things he wants to know it. So he beheld what the Buddhist books call the 4 signs. Means in the Buddhist there was a 4 Buddhist books which was known as the 4 signs. That means witnesses to the impermanentism. It means lasting for only a limited period of. That means only it is limited period of the world. He saw an old man. Many things he has been sought when he came outside the kingdom. He saw many old man was a diseased man, was a dead man, and a monk was also there. And there entered into his heart a vision of Dukh, the world sorrow. That means when he was seeing from their heart how it was looking, he was looking the world is totally with the sorrow. dukh. That means the word, Hindi word has been shown here, dukh. So what is the way out of the world sorrow? So he was thinking how I have to way out this world sorrow, means the whole world is suffering with the sorrow. So he asked himself, now the Siddhartha was asking himself, how I will do these things. So the unanswerable question means this question doesn't have any answer. That means he was only renouncing these things again and again. Then afterwards he decided to leave his wife and the son and set out in question of the truth of the life. Question me, that means he was asking this from inside only, from himself only he was asking this question, what is the truth of the life? Exactly what is the life? Means the world is totally of the sorrow. How I am going to do this? This was the question. For that only he'll leave his wife, his son, everything he has left now. Now the story of the Gautamas has been started. That ends in the illumination and attainment of the nirvana is one of the most moving tales of our times. That means now we will start about the Gautama's illumination, the lights which comes from, and the attainment means achieving something. And nirvana here had been said, there is the place where the peace and the happiness has been achieved after giving us some personal desires. Means everything now he has left, his wife, his son, he has left it down. Now he started the another things. So for 6 years Gautama was practicing about these things, that is the asceticism. Asceticism here means about the religious reasons. He was practicing about the religious reasons for the 6 years. So for several days in the succession for these things, he was only eating the barley, means he ate barely a grain of rice. He was only eating the rice. So his strong athletic body was reduced to a bag of the bones. Now what happens? He ate barely a grain of the rice only he was eating. And so that's why his body become a very, the strongness has been reduced. The athletic body was reduced to a bag of the bones. But it served no purpose. Then also he was not bothered about anything. Now the Buddha then scattered a handful of grass on the ground beneath the Bodhi tree and formed a seat for himself. See, the picturization has been given. This is the Bodhi tree. Means one tree was there and he taken some handful of grass and he spread it down over there for his sitting, for his place. Means then afterwards he sat on the grass, that means beneath the Bodhi tree, and formed a seat for himself. Now I care not if my skin and the nerves and the bones decay. Now he was thinking, I am not bothering about my skin, my nerves and the bones, whatever it has been happens now. So he thought, I care not if my life blood dries. I shall not give up until I attain to enlightenment. Enlightenment means the processing of gaining the knowledge. When he will get the knowledge, till that gaining the knowledge he will be doing in this way. Means he was not bothering about anything, whatever it happens. What divine willpower in these words? That means what is the willpower? Willpower only divided the things. And what may not a man achieve if he would may wake up his willpower? So now here we will see, when he was thinking that, he has been seen a vision which contained some message was there. That means it was acted as a spiritual. Spiritual here means the religion, and stimulant means that is some types of medicines we can see which we feel very active, which makes him active. That means his body was totally exhausted. He was feeling a very exhausted things, but he was seeing the visions. At that visions, the words were twin with the sitar, neither low nor high. Neither low nor high. That means the sitar tuning was there. It was not very high and it was not very low. And the string was overstretched and the music was also dies. The string over slack is dumb and the music dies. So what he was thinking here, over slack means to the highest degree. In this way he was seeing the vision and he was saying the words was there. he thought to himself that I too have tortured my body. That means he was torturing his body by not taking a food and not caring about his health. In this way he was doing. So it was becoming a starvation. So I have taken to extremes. Now we will see the middle path. Now he is thinking that now the my body is tortured with the starvation. Now it has been gone extremes. Now I will follow the middle path. When he tried to get up to take a bath, when he was sitting under the Bodhi tree, which he was saying that he was not bothered about anything, when he was trying to get up from that place for taking the bath in the river, so he found that he was so much weak that he could not rise from his place. Then afterwards what happens? When a beautiful girl has been arrived, which was named Sujata, has been appeared before him. Then afterwards what happens? The Sujata, when appeared before him, she was carrying a golden bowl which was filled with the sweetened milk and the rice. Means it was totally filled with the sweetened milk and the rice. When she saw the weak and ascetic, she offered the bowl. When she saw the Gautama was becoming very weak and he was not, and he can't stand up from his place also. So she offered the bowl at his feet. At his feet means at the side of the leg side. So the Lord, then she told, Lord, please accept my offering of milk and the rice. Buddha accepted her offering. Without saying anything, Buddha accepted her offering. This was his first meal after many days of starvation, because he was torturing his body by sudden starvation. So this was his first meal. After taking this meal, he was feeling very refreshed and some strength came in him. Then afterwards he realized that by making our bodies suffer is not the way of getting any enlightenment and any truth. So now the Gautama had longed for enlightenment. That night he only found the question of his query. At that time only he has got the answer whatever the question was arising himself. So what is the cause of sorrow? Now here we will see that was not the cause of the sorrow by torturing our body and we have to leave our personal life, everything. That was not the cause of the sorrow. The cause of the sorrow is the desire. Desire means whatever we want. That means he or she wants. That is the cause of the desire. The cure for all the sorrow, whatever the sorrow is there in our life, the only thing is the curing of our sorrow is to give up our all the desires and adopt right living. Means whatever we are having in our life, we have to accept that thing, and many things we have to give up. Whatever we want it, that we have to give up, and whatever we are getting in our life, that we have to accept it. Then only there will be no sorrow in our life. So the born under a tree, the Buddha received. Now the Buddha here under a tree he was sitting, that is the Bodhi, one tree it was there which was the Bodhi tree, it has been told. Under that tree only he has got the answers of that question. That means the Buddha received a illumination under that tree. That's why the tree was known as the Bodhi tree. That means today in this time we are respecting that tree, that is known as the Bodhi tree. I hope so the chapter was clear. Thank you.